Self-audit program. The entire plant will be audited on a monthly basis by the Chief Operating Officer, Production Manager, Office Manager, and Maintenance Supervisor. This audit will verify the effectiveness of the SQF system by auditing the structural aspects of the plant, the condition and cleanliness of the equipment, the adherence to the GMPs, the exterior of the plant, and the adherence to the HACCP plan. A written report shall be generated at the conclusion of each self-audit. Corrective actions need to be completed for each item on the report. The Chief Operating Officer shall ensure that all items on each monthly report have been addressed and that corrective actions have taken place. In the case that a particular item had not been corrected, then that item shall be included in the next month's report as a repeat issue. GMP compliance is checked. Food safety issues to include potentials for cross-contamination from incoming raw materials to the finished products, lubricant leaks, flaking paint, and any other potential food safety risk. Structural issues with the floors, floor drains, walls, and ceilings, any signs of roof leaks. Chemical control, only food-grade lubricants being used on processing and packaging equipment. Sanitation issues, including product residues on the processing lines and the cleaning of all areas in the plant. Pest control, including the presence of any insects, rodents, or birds in or around the plant. This audit should also ensure that the pest control operator is servicing the traps and bait stations on the established frequency. No rodent bait is permitted inside the plant. That is definitely a question that you will see. We have no bait inside the plant. There is bait outside, not inside. An inspection of the exterior of the plant, which should include the condition of the dumpster and or other trash handling containers, any trash around the outside of the plant, any pallets, obsolete equipment, or other items being stored within 20 feet of the plant walls. If we have pods outside, are they in condition inside and out? In good condition. Traceability procedure. Raw materials, ingredients, and packaging are placed on automatic hold when they are received. They are checked by the production manager or chief operating officer for damages and cross-referenced with supplier paperwork to ensure all specs are met before being released for use. At this time, the lot numbers as well as a freight bill or other reference number is logged. When a cook pulls their raw materials, such as nuts, sugar, dry flavors, liquid flavors, spices, etc., for use, they log the item description, date used, and lot numbers for each item. This must be recorded at the beginning of your shift and updated throughout if the lot numbers change. You should have your pre-op paperwork filled out before you turn on your kettles in the morning. They then place a traceability card in each cooked product tub that has the date and their initials. At this point, we can trace from the date cooked back to the lot numbers used of the raw material. When baggers use a tub of cooked product, they remove the traceability card and log the information on their shift report. All product bagged is dated with an expiration date of 8 months from the date of production. The traceability information is logged into the computer by the production manager. The log shows the date bagged, the expiration date, which is our lot code, and the dates of cooked product used. At this point, we can trace from the date bagged, back to the date cooked, and then back to the lot number of the raw material. When the baggers use cone bags and or film, they log the bag type, flavor, date used, lot number, and their name. This must be logged at the beginning of your shift and updated throughout the day if the lot number changes. This information is then kept on file so that we can trace the bag lot numbers to the dates used and thus the expiration date or lot code of the finished product. When a finished order is put together for shipment, the shipping manager or the bagger, whoever is stacking the pallet at the time, will log the products pulled, date of production, and the order they were used for. This information will be kept with the order paperwork when filed in the office. All production dates in the shipment will also be recorded on the shipper and receiver copies of the packing slip. At this point, we can trace from the customer order to the date bagged and bag lot numbers used to the date cooked to the raw material lot numbers used. Information and logs will be stored in either hard copy or electronically. It is the production manager's responsibility to check that all steps in the process are being completed and recorded as necessary, and that corrective actions are taken if they are not. The way you guys can help with some of this is if you go to, get some raw product and you notice that For one, if you can't find the lot number, asking for help, even if it's from the production manager, even if you have to text the production manager when they are not present, being able to find out accurate lot number information is very helpful. For the baggers, making sure you let management know if anybody's not using traceability cards, and making sure when you fill in your traceability information that you're doing everything as accurately as possible. Food Defense Program. The purpose of the Food Defense Program is to ensure that the plant premises are secure from external and/or internal threats, and the products are protected from intentional adulteration. Evaluating the potential security risks associated with the manufacturing plant and their products, the Food Defense Review Team should use the Industry Self-Assessment Checklist for Food Safety available from the USDA. After completing the Industry Self-Assessment Checklist for food security, a Food Defense Plan of Action with timelines shall be completed. The Food Defense Review Team shall meet at least annually to review the status of open issues relative to the Food Defense Plan of Action and to identify any new issues that might have occurred in the food industry and how they might relate to the company. The company also shall be registered with the FDA under the Bioterrorism Preparedness and Response Act of 2002. If it is suspected that any raw materials, packaging, or finished product have been tampered with, then the lot should be placed on a food safety hold and the suspect product sent to an outside certified lab for evaluation. If the suspicion is strong that product has been tampered with, then it would be appropriate to contact the FBI, as they are the agency most familiar with handling food and drug tampering cases. Personnel requirements. We require employment history for the last 5 years, and references must be provided for all employees prior to beginning work. References must be checked as appropriate. The doors leading into the processing area shall be locked or otherwise controlled so that unauthorized individuals cannot gain access. All of our doors, excluding the office door and the shipping door, lock automatically as soon as they close. This is for your safety and for the safety of our product. That's the whole point of having the doors like that. Employees, visitors, and contractors shall be prohibited from bringing personal items such as purses, cases, containers, lunch containers, etc. into the processing, packaging, or warehouse areas. Employees who have been terminated shall be escorted from the plant and all company property retrieved. Training programs for new and current employees must cover product security guidelines and how to recognize suspicious activity and how to report it to management. As part of the training, all employees must be made aware that the tampering of foods or the intentional contamination of foods is a felony federal offense and shall be immediately investigated by the FBI. History has indicated that situations such as this have resulted in prison time in a federal penitentiary. Food Defense Program Part 3. The plan has a policy for the handling of visitors, be they suppliers, customers, contractors, regulatory officials, auditors, or any other type of visitor to the facility. Each visitor must sign in and sign out on the visitor's log and must have been given a copy of the plant's GMPs. There shall be a daily review of the log to verify that all visitors have signed out. All visitors must be supervised by a representative of the company at all times. Hazardous chemical control. A current list of cleaning and maintenance chemicals and materials shall be maintained. MSDS sheets must be on file for all chemicals. These need to be reviewed to assure they are current on an annual basis. Cleaning chemicals, sanitizers, and maintenance chemicals must be stored in a locked cabinet or locker. No cleaning or maintenance chemicals can be in the processing area during production. Only food-grade lubricants are permitted for use in the processing area. These lubricants must be stored in a locked cabinet or room. No pesticides shall be stored in the plant. The pest control company shall remove all pesticides each time they perform a service. Food Fraud Defense Program. Food fraud is a collective term used to encompass the deliberate and